Coming up tonight on the news at 6, the dispute over guns. People on both sides of the gun debate took to the State House today. In just a few moments, we will take a look at the issue of gun accessibility in South Carolina. Well, here's something you don't see every day at the State House. People lying on the grounds. Those people are from ProtestEasyGuns.com. Today they lied on the State House grounds to make people aware of how easy they say it is to get a gun. But they were not the only group on the lawn today. A group called Grassroots Gun Rights Supporters. The name of the group is Gun Owners. That's the name of the group, I should say. Grassroots Gun Rights. They support what they call gun owners' freedoms. Both groups are at the State House today voicing their support or opposition to the idea that people should have to go through a background check before buying a gun.
We want them to act like adults. We want them to be held accountable and responsible for their guns.
Millions of gun owners carry their weapons and keep them at their houses safely, without incident.
The Grassroots Gun Rights Group says that around 58,000 people have concealed weapons permits in the Palmetto State.
And coming in at number 5 today, a demonstration from people on both sides of the gun control issue. One group was protesting, urging lawmakers to enact Lizzie's Law. That would require gun owners to file a report within 24 hours after their gun is lost or stolen. The opposition argued that they have a constitutional right to bear arms and that more laws create too much control. Well, a heartbroken mother working to keep guns out of the wrong hands took her efforts to the State House today. You might remember Joanne Hafter, whose daughter Lizzie was shot to death back in 2006 while she was studying on the Blue Ridge Parkway up in Virginia. The gun used by her killer was stolen, but it was never reported missing until a week later. So today, supporters of Lizzie Laws protested the gun owners should have 24 hours to report lost or stolen guns. Their rally, though, was met with some opposition.
We don't want to take their guns away. They probably legally own their guns. It's not about them. It's about the gun traffickers. It's about the criminals. It's about the guy whose gun killed my daughter.
It's a terrible thing that she lost a daughter. But the defensive uses of handguns occur 2.5 million times every single year. I myself have been saved by the use of a firearm.
Now, tonight at 6, we're going to tell you what kind of headway this is making through the State House.
So much at the State House today, a Lexington County woman was working to make sure another mother doesn't lose her daughter to a killer with a stolen gun. Ashley Yarkin takes us to the heated protest.
We're here for Protest Easy Guns.
In the United States, we have the right to protest and the right to bear arms.
This is a grassroots movement.
It's an effort to protect those freedoms as well as their loved ones.
I don't want anybody else to lose their Lizzie. It shouldn't have to happen.
Lizzie was Joanne Hafter's 22-year-old daughter. Back in 2006, she was shot to death as she studied on an overlook off the Blue Ridge Parkway in Virginia.
When William Ashby pulled the trigger of the gun that killed her, it was not his gun.
It was stolen and not reported missing until a week after it disappeared. That's why Hafter is trying to pass Lizzie's Law, which would require gun owners to report lost or stolen guns within 24 hours.
We're asking this South Carolina government to act like adults and to enact laws to make all gun owners act responsibly.
On this day, gun owners and advocates saw it as their responsibility to show opposition to such a law.
This is simply an anti-gun rally posing behind the skirts of so-called reasonable regulations.
With printed words blazing, Robert Butler and his colleagues went with the message that guns save lives, not restrictions on them.
It's a terrible thing that she lost a daughter, but the defensive uses of handguns occur 2.5 million times every single year. I myself have been saved by the use of a firearm.
We don't want to take their guns away. It's not about them. It's about the gun traffickers. It's about the criminals. It's about the guy whose gun killed my daughter.
But at this point, hers is a bill without backing. So Hafter hopes these kinds of rallies will reach those at the State House and someday lead to Lizzie's Law. In Columbia, Ashley Yarkin, News 19 WLTX. So much. At the State House today, a protest demanding stricter requirements for gun owners. The effort was led by the mother of 22-year-old Lizzie Hafter, who was murdered in Virginia back in 2006. The gun her killer used was stolen and reported a week after it disappeared. That's why this group has created Lizzie's Law, which would require gun owners to report lost or stolen guns within 24 hours. Gun right advocates, were on hand, of course, offering opposition. At this point, though, the law has no backing in the State House, but Hafter is hopeful she'll soon get lawmakers on board.